Okay, everybody. A lot has happened since the first Minecraft video. A lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a ton of stuff. Like, we have whole textbooks worth of history. What happened in between then and now. I mean, I... How did I get here? You might be asking. What? I have the full diamond gear. Obviously, it's not great, but full diamond gear. I have some crazy... How did this happen? I mean, what is this? What does that mean? What is going on? You might be asking. Well, I'll get you up to speed, trust me. It's nuts. So you might be wondering why the title of the video is how we became the strongest clan in the entire game, or the server at least, for probably less than a day. We'll say we'll give it about 3 hours of being the top or biggest clan on this server. And right now it has a maximum of 150 players on the actual server. There can be more in the queue, but it's a there's a decent amount of players. I don't know what that means by unique players, but I'm guessing that what it means is that there's like all-time players, like 98,000 people play this server. I'm guessing what that means. So out of those 98,000 players, we had about a 30-person clan, which you might be thinking, wow, that's really small. First of all, those unique players, obviously, most of them aren't playing anymore. They're not online at the current moment, and aren't are not associated with a clan. And yeah, I started a clan with originally two other people, including or not including myself. So that's three people total. And we were just, lasted that like a three-person gang for about a, less than a day. It was really, and then we started recruiting, and it was nuts how fast things have happened. I'm here where I am now, still in a clan. It's a lot smaller and selective, which is better if you ask me. But it's it's interesting how this happened and how I got here. So yeah, stay tuned. I hope you enjoy this. This is gonna be a little bit of a different video. So yeah, enjoy. Alrighty, so the last clip was probably a lot to take in, and how did I get to even being able to form a clan or finding the people? I mean, it's just probably a lot to take in. I could imagine going from me, my little quiet base, to now talking about huge, biggest clan on this entire server. And keep in mind, I still have only been playing for about 7 or 8 days, and I mean, just so much stuff has happened. The fact that it even got into a clan or anything, it's weird. Oh, and there's a creeper. Yeah, this is a very spot where a clanmate died to a creeper, which we still don't know how, but I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, so I'm running around right now. I know it's probably pretty distracting, me being an idiot and just running around at night. Just I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'll take you back to the start. All right, so basically the clan started as a three-person group. I think I covered that in the last clip. Of me, we're gonna go by Discord names. Me, Coleman, or Mr. Coleman, and Bucky, Merc 15. I eventually changed his name to Bucky, and that's how we're gonna call him Bucky. And anyway, so me, Coleman, and Bucky were a trio. We actually hadn't even met up on the world yet at this point. We were just chatting up through Discord and in the in-game messaging system. So I got a message from Bucky, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, you should join this group or something." I was talking about I have like a bunker on the map or something, just trolling with people, chatting online. And anyway, he was like, "Oh, you should join this group," and I'm like, "Ah, sure, might be fun and more entertaining to watch if there's just more than one person." Oh, and I just blew up something. But anyway, look at this zombie get womboed comboed. And anyway, a lot has happened obviously since there's a three-person group. It was a lot easier to manage. Let's put it that way. I was kind of the coordinator through, like, I guess talking to people and doing stuff, kind of that kind of coordinator. But yeah, back then it was just the three of us. We were gonna build a base. We had a lot of ambitions. We never really got around to doing them. But then we started recruiting more people because apparently Bucky wanted to have a lot more of a bigger army, which eventually would go to backfire and be how it is now, which is good if you're me, bad if you're Bucky. And Oh, oh, this zombie is not supposed to be there. Get out of here. Get, sir. Okay. And there's my dog barking. Wow, this is some great commentary. I'm sorry if you can hear me. Oh, those are two strays. We're gonna avoid them. Anyway, going back to my cave. Back to the topic. I don't even know where to start. Alrighty, I am back with the story, I guess. So basically me, Bucky, Coleman, we eventually got up to this one base location, which was not a good base spot. It was absolutely terrible, and it got destroyed. We're gonna cover that in a minute. And anyway, so we were back at this base. It was a small little husk of a base, but eventually we got level 30 enchant table, stuff like that. The basics, a farm, a mine. And so me and Coleman were the first ones who were building it. I never actually got to interact with Bucky until wow, actually, I don't even know if I've interacted with him at all through actual Minecraft, other than long, expansive Discord combos. But yeah, it was neat. Um, Me and Coleman, uh, we were probably a lot more in touch than Bucky and I. I mean, he was just kind of not the greatest leader at the first part, even at the first part. But we started building our base. We eventually completed the base and started expanding a lot more. And then I recruited a lot more people. I'm not even gonna go into all the names because it's massive. Like recruited a lot of people. And one of the persons I recruited was uh, well actually, well I recruited a lot of people. So I'm not even gonna start covering the amount of people I recruited. I'm getting chased by a stray. Stray, pre-fired me. What? What a nerd. Anyway, sorry for that. Back to the story. So me and Coleman built the base almost entirely. I don't know how much Bucky did, but it seems like not much. Um, we eventually got more people in and like convinced them to run like 30,000 blocks away from spawn. Don't know how we did that, but we did somehow. And I I don't really know what else to say about that base. Let's just say it's not much of a base anymore. It has about a few essentials, 2 chests, and giant wither craters. Anyway, back on topic. Bucky decided he was gonna recruit some big players, like a big player on the server named Glacion Guy and Ronner. And I was a little skeptical about this because I didn't know them, and all the big players on the server seemed to be interesting, and that's why my chat is turned off. That's the reason. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of names out there that if you played this server you would know, and you would never include them in a video. Never. Your video would get taken down. Anyway, so we got Glacion Guy and Ron on the server, which seems like a good plus. Like, oh yeah, we got some key members and maybe some connections in the server. And yes, they were stacked. We never actually got to see them. I never interacted with any of them in game at once, and I don't think anybody else did. And which was pretty obvious from the start. They hadn't done anything, and they even attacked me and Coleman personally for no reason. And it was pretty obvious they weren't here to help. They were probably spies, and I mean, why would the top player join a little, like, at this point it was about 6 people, 6-person group that was not advanced, and I mean, there's no point. It was pretty obvious from the start that they were not to be trusted or anything. I mean, here, I'm gonna turn the music off, but I'll be back. Alright, anyway, so it was pretty obvious that Glacion Guy and Ronner were not to be trusted, and that would eventually backfire. Actually, not too long after. So this is like day number 3, I think, of my experience on this world. Day 2, me, Coleman, and Bucky were introduced to each other, and I settled in at the base, I think, on day 3. It was a long journey. It was about, I mean, for me at the time, it was a long journey. I didn't go through the nether like a complete retard. Yeah, you're gonna want to go to nether. The nether's just the easier version of any transportation or travel in this server, especially because it's a custom-sized world. Anyway, let's stop getting off topic. But yeah. Anyway, so we recruited even more people after that, and which was not the brightest idea. Oh, I just saw a gamer tag. I'm actually waiting for somebody right here. If you're wondering why I'm running in circles, I'm waiting for somebody, and then we're gonna make a massive 40,000 block journey in the Nether to about 250,000 on the overworld. It's gonna be crazy. I really hope we can actually make it. Uh, I'm not the greatest with travel. I don't know about him, but anyway, we recruited a lot of people. Some of them were trustworthy. One of them, a couple of them actually aren't. I don't really still know a whole lot about, and I haven't really interacted with them that much. But I mean, they're whatever. We're just gonna call them neutral. Um, and so at this point, we had about 10 or 11 members, and I kept recruiting. And everybody I recruited, me, I was the recruiter. That was my role, at least on the Discord. They were trustworthy, and not the same for the people that Glacian guy and Ronner brought in. They asked to bring in a few friends and people they knew in. Obviously, the neutral people, I don't know about them. They were just kind of lurking. I'm assuming they were just people that kind of strolled on in on the Minecraft chat, which they were just like, hey, can I join your group? Because I was very active on that chat trying to get people to join. And so anyway, I had a feeling. Me and Coleman actually pulled me aside and was like, "Yeah, I don't trust these Galatian guy and or whatever." And I didn't really either. And they were just kind of, I don't know. They were not the best fit, if you ask me. And so we were kind of growing apart because it's, you know, weird to not have people that you don't like or trust in your group knowing where your base is, where all your loot and hard work is. That's kind of an issue for me, and especially Coleman. And one day Coleman just decided he was gonna leave, and uh this was actually before our base got destroyed. I'm trying to remember the timetables, even though it's 7 days. It's just so much stuff and events going on, and this is before the base actually got destroyed. And this was gonna be our main base, which in retrospect was a terrible idea considering uh, it's just so close to spawn. Yeah, Creeper, just blow off. I don't want to fight you. Okay, this Creeper will not blow up. Maybe he's not suicidal. Let's move it closer. There we go. Okay, back to the topic. Well, there's a lot of Creeper craters over here, I've noticed, though. Anyway, Coleman decided he was just done with it because he wanted to have people he trusted and that people actually followed, like, rules and stuff. These people are just the stereotypical kind of like 4chan shit posters. Yeah, they were just stupid. I mean, that's all there is to say about it. They weren't good people. We never even interacted with them. I'm gonna burn this bunny. Oh, that was. I'm sorry. Anyway, back on topic, which I've said way too much because I get distracted really easily now. And yeah. Alrighty, so after your little brain break is what we're gonna call it. I hope you have actually understanding what I'm saying at this. Like, we got some, I guess, interesting people, and always have a circle that's like trusted in Minecraft, especially Anarchy. Because as the name sounds, it is Anarchy actually in the server, but no, it's not Anarchy like in real life interacting with people and stuff. It's not all Anarchy, and which it really was at this point. And so Runner started inviting even more people, which we don't know why, and they weren't doing anything. They weren't at the base. He just kept spreading the coordinates to our base around, and so we left the temp at this point. I was already covering that, but we left the temp for good, and we told some other people to also get the stuff and get out of the temp base. It was no longer safe. I mean, it was really close to the base that just got blown up by a wither, so we moved. We moved a lot farther, considering we moved only 1,500 blocks when our the first main base got destroyed. So you're probably wondering, how did you go from just a guy in his bunker on his own to getting here? I mean, it was just like a message through the chat, and all of a sudden I was just in. And I don't really know how I just kind of affiliated with them after like a couple hours of being there. I kind of just showed up at the main base, which by the way was a really annoying journey because I had full iron, not enough food, like 14 pork chops, no, 14 mutton. Oh, there's the. Wait, is that a zombie? That is a zombie. I was gonna say that doesn't look like a player. Anyway, so we were at this new secret base that we didn't share the coordinates to Ronner, Glacian guy, or anybody who affiliated with them. So it was just the people we kind of trusted. I mean, it wasn't an inner circle. It was just like a nice, not quite public server. And so we started life there, and then this morning, I guess it was, yeah, this morning, and when I'm recording this video, it might come out. It'll probably come out tomorrow on Wednesday. So on Tuesday morning at about 3 in the morning, I wasn't awake, obviously, but I'm looking at the timestamps on Discord, and it's saying that Runner invited about, I think it was 9 players. Oh, there's phantoms. I gotta get out of here. Uh, oh, that's fun. This guy's just gonna camp me. That's okay. You're gonna do that to me? Whoa, he's full gold. I thought he was just half. Anyway, uh, sorry. I'm gonna escape these phantoms. They're really annoying. So at about 3 in the morning, he invited Ronner. We know it's Ronner for sure, despite what other people might think it was Ronner, not Glacian guy. He's just a little child. He's like 12, and inviting all these people, saying some awful stuff. I kept deleting them, and I kept deleting them. I demoted him so he couldn't invite people, or yeah, no, he could invite people, but he couldn't like not. I couldn't. He couldn't make it so I couldn't delete his chat. So I kept deleting his chat and stuff. He was putting some like pro-Trump crap, like I'm the king and stuff. It's just weird, edgy stuff, and I don't. I mean, I was just trying to, I didn't really delete too much, but stuff like when he said women belong in cages. That I definitely deleted that one pretty quickly, and that was in the rules section for everyone to see. Like, what is this little 12-year-old mind thinking? I mean, this man was just. I can't call him a man. What am I saying? This child just, I didn't want to affiliate with it. Coleman at this point was on the verge of leaving. Same with me. I was done with this. I just wanted to get out of here. It was stupid. Bucky was just enabling all of this. And then in the morning, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a new group. I messaged Coleman, hey, Bucky's a terrible leader. We need to make something new. And so he agreed totally. We we talked, and we were like, okay, let's make a new server. I made this server actually. I'm sorry I cannot talk, but I made the server. Obviously he was the co-leader. I invited only the trusted people. I did invite Bucky for a little bit just to see if we could get some sense to him, which was not the case. And anyway, it's just the rest is. I mean, I'm gonna say it, but it's just awful. We had obviously we had disputes and everybody was just hassling each other and what's going on. Everybody was confused. It was a nightmare. Uh, Bucket literally was like insulting us for no reason. He was like, oh, you should come back. Like, oh, sweet. And I was like, no, you effed up. And he went on a little rant there, and I stopped him his tracks because it was his fault, totally. Like, we all can accept it at this point, even him. He's just got power hungry. I mean, he wanted to have the top player. It's just obvious. He wanted to be the biggest group the entire time. All he wanted to have power. He literally said it. I can probably dig through my Discord and find it and maybe put it up on screen. But yeah, it was just a whole power shift of nightmares and phantoms. And yeah, I don't. Oh. So anyway, I have a new group. I wouldn't call it a new. I would just call it a reformed group. And so we are all the people who are actually trusted, good players. We aren't shitposters. So just all the people you actually want in your group. And so now we slimmed down from 30 to 14. And now me and Coleman are just the leaders instead of Bucky and constantly promoting and demoting me and Coleman. And can't decide and making. There was about. I'm not even joking. There's probably 20 different roles on the server. There wasn't even enough colors. It was stupid. And I'm glad I got out of it, but it was kind of cool to say, oh yeah, I had the biggest biggest clan on this entire server. That's a cool thing I could still say. Obviously, for not for very long, and it was very dysfunctional. And I might even be able to get some chat message. I think I have a screenshot of him saying, Bucky saying, I hold the title for the group that was the best and worst in like 1 hour or something. It's pretty comical. I guess he realized he made a mistake. He deleted the original server that Ronner's people invaded and everybody left. Especially me and Coleman, we were the first to leave. And yeah, so I'm sorry this is a lot to cover. This is probably a super long video and might not be too exciting, but it'll get you up to speed on my next videos and it will make more sense, and yeah, hopefully it'll just be a good relief for both me and the viewers. So yeah, I hope this helps. So right now we're currently going to a new base, which is gonna be really far away. I'm gonna record probably another video this same day on Tuesday, and this video will just be me and a guy named Kraz, who's our trusted member on the server, and we're gonna be traveling through the Nether and go to our new base, which is gonna be really far away. So 40k blocks in the Nether on this server is probably like 250,000 plus blocks away from spawn. So that's a lot of blocks. That's a lot of blocks. And it will probably be traveling on the highway, so yeah. It won't be too long of a journey. Anyway, that's gonna, I guess, wrap it up. But one more thing I would like to add is that give a little shout out to a guy in our clan named Swagger Boy, or we're just gonna call Swag or Swagger, whatever you guys want to call him. But he's a Chad. He's definitely a trusted member, at least for me. I recruited most of the people who were in his server, and there's a couple of my friends. But yeah, it's a nice inkling of stuff, and Swagger helped us build the bases, the many bases, and now we're on the 4th base, and my 5th base, because I was in my first bunker at first. And yeah, the 5th base for me in like 7 days. It's gonna be 5 bunkers in 7 days. That's nuts. And we've had all this gear and stuff that comes from the mine at our temporary base, literally just the temporary base. And I got stacked. And I'm gonna enchant all this. Obviously, it's unchanted right now because I wasn't high enough level. I died in the Nether like a complete retard. I need to cover that, I guess. Anyway, it's a lot to take in, I know. What ended up happening this morning, though, is you're wondering, when we actually got into the server after this chaos on Discord happened. Well, let's just say Bucky was at the main base, and he was cowering. I took down everything at the base. Me and another trusted member took everything down, took all the loot, took all the good stuff. Left. We didn't actually grief it at all. I just didn't want to start anything. But then Swagger spawned in. That's why I'm giving him a shout out. I don't think he has a YouTube channel, but just to be recognized as a cool guy. He's Swag. And he spawned in. Bucky was still there, hiding in a hole, apparently AFK, but wasn't smart enough to turn on toggle crouch in a hole. That could have prevented so much, but he wasn't smart enough to do that. Like, he wasn't smart enough to lead a clan. And anyway, let's just say he was spawn killed about 4 times. His bed was trapped, then destroyed, then he spawned back at spawn, proceeded to die about 50 plus times. Yes, I know, 50 plus times at spawn. We have a lot of records of just in the chat, Bucky 2015 died. Bucky 2015 died. Over and over again, which exactly what he deserved. Considering he was just a power-hungry 14-year-old, I think. He probably wasn't even 14. Who knows? He seemed really immature at some points. Like, was unable to coordinate at all. So their group is no more. He deleted the server, like I said. And now we're back on the whole, I guess, we can't really come up with a name yet, but it was, before it was called Brotherhood of New Players, which I really dislike the name. So, yeah, comment what you think a good name for a group should be, and if you have any questions, maybe I can cover it, and, like, if you want to join the server, it's a really awesome server. If you like anarchy, if you like, like maybe just having fun moments with friends on Minecraft. It's really good, so you don't have to get a realm. It's all vanilla, no hacks. It's a big world. It's great, honestly. The only hard part was getting out of spawn, dealing with the racist chat, and the queue, which is annoying because you have to sit there and wait to get in. If you don't know, that's how anarchy servers work and make their money. Make you buy ranks so you can skip the queue and don't have to wait. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video, which will hopefully be more action-packed. But hope this video gets you up to speed. See you guys in the next video, and until now, peace out.